This is question number 5, and it states, the system of inequalities and the polygon of constraints below are associated with the same optimizing situation. Each side of the polygon and its corresponding inequalities are identified by the same number. What are the coordinates of the vertex A for this polygon of constraints? So in this situation here, you've got A over here is really where you want to find out where the point of intersection is. B and C. Once again, it's asking you for what are the coordinates of vertex A. Right here. What is this number? Often you really can't look at this to scale. Although you could guess that the number has to be positive here and positive here. You're into the fourth quadrant here. As you know, when I'm talking about fourth quadrant, this is quadrant 1, where you have a positive x and a positive y. In other words, all the numbers here are positive, so that's a positive x, positive y. This is quadrant number 2. It goes in what's called counterclockwise direction, where you got negative x's and positive y's. This is quadrant number 3, where you have negative x's and negative y's, and quadrant number 4, where you have positive x's and negative y's. Most of the time, I would say 99% of the time, you're always talking about, or often talking about, graphs in quadrant number 1. In this case, once again, you're looking at vertex A. So what are those two lines? Well, you got the first line, which is x is greater than or equal to 4. And you got the second line, which is y is greater than or equal to 2. So the question is, where do they intersect? So what I'm going to do is figure that out, where in this case it's actually a little bit easier than the question makes it out to be. You've got this point over here, okay? You've got this line over here. This line over here, remember, you've got a certain number, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4. You're not sure because it's not drawn to scale. But what you do know is x is greater than or equal to 4. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. This has to be 4. This has to be 4. When you make x is greater than or equal to 4, you draw a line going vertical. So x has to be 4. Then y is greater than or equal to 2. So here's your y-axis. 1, 2. Y is greater than or equal to 2. So that must be 2. So 1, 2. When you have y is greater than or equal to 2, you know you make a line like this, a parallel line. In the case where x, you'd make a vertical line. Greater than or equal to, obviously you're shading above with the y's. X is greater than or equal to 4, you're shading to the right because it's greater than or equal to 4. So this case is, the answer is simply 4, 2, and for the purposes of the answer, it's C.